We'll solve some more the examples on symmetrical component. The fourth example, as the symmetrical components of set of unbalanced three-phase currents are. Here what he is given is, he is given the symmetrical component and ask you to calculate what are the unbalanced phasor, that is IA, IB and the IC. Okay, in the previous two numericals we've seen that we have got an unbalanced phasor that will result into a symmetrical component. Here the symmetrical component is given, then you have to calculate the value of the unbalanced phasor. Therefore, the formula what we are using here, as you have to note down first, that is the value of IA, the value of IA is, it is IA naught plus IA1 plus IA2. It is IA2. That is the expression for IA, and the expression for the IB is, expression for IB is, it is IA naught, that is all expressed in IA naught, IA1 and IA2, that is A square times IA1 plus A times IA2. And similarly the IC is expressed as, it is IA naught plus A times IA1 plus A square times IA2. This is how you have to calculate, you have to make use of the given values, and appropriate value of A and A square you have to substitute in the equation and get the results. It's a very simple, just I'll start with IA, just I am substituting here, that is why I left out the space here. The IA naught is 100, just you have to put 100, that's all. You enter in calculator 100. And IA1, you make use of a plus here because it is plus here, plus here. Then this you have to make use of a bracket, that is better, that is to segregate between IA naught and IA1. Just you have to make use of here 200 minus J 100. Close the bracket. Then the value of IA2, the value of IA2, that is what is given is minus 100. Just you have to once again better to have the bracket and put here minus 100. Just you have to make use of your calculator and you may get the answer in a rectangle form. Then once again you can better to convert into its polar form. That is what I am getting here is I value is 223.6 an angle of minus 26.56 amperes. Then we'll move to the IB. Once again you can substitute the value here. IA naught is 100 and A square value is 1 an angle of 240. Close the bracket into, put the value of IA1 200 minus J 100. Close the bracket plus value of A 1 an angle of 120 multiplication IA2 200 minus J 100. Close the bracket. It is 1 an angle of 200 here. The value of C that you have to take, that is A into IA2, A into IA2, that is value of IA2 you have to substitute, that is the value of IA2 is minus 100 here, minus 100, that is this IA naught, it is IA1, it is IA2. Then if you are evaluating this, then the value of IB what I am getting here is 213 an angle of 99.89 amperes. Similarly, substitute the value of IA naught, A IA1, A square IA2 in this expression and find out the value of IC. The value of IC what I am getting is 338.57, an angle of 66.2 degree, so many amperes. These are the very simple numericals. Just you have to merely substitute the value of the given IA naught, IA1 and IA2 in the expression IA, IB and the IC. Okay, this is how you have to calculate the value of the unbalanced phasors from the symmetrical components. Then we'll move on to the next numerical. It is also the similar problem that what we are seeing in the example number 2, almost same. Here, one conductor of the three-phase line. In this problem, you have to read very carefully. One conductor of a three-phase line is open. That is, it is a delta connected. One line is open. The current flowing to the delta connected load through line A, that is A is 10 amperes. 10 amperes. With the current in the line A as a reference and assuming that line C is open, that is C is open here. The C is open here. Find the symmetrical component of the line current. That is, once again, we know the formula for the symmetrical components. Our object is to find out the value of IA naught, that is equal to 1 by 3 IA, IB, IC, and we have to find out what is the value of IA1, that is 1 by 3 IA plus AIB plus A square IC, and you have to find out IA2, that is 1 by 3 IA plus A square IB plus AIC. Means to get the value of the IA naught, IA1 and IA2, what we need is the value of IA, IB, IC in everywhere. IA, IB, IC everywhere. But here the only one current that is to IA is given. But IB and IC is not given. But there is one condition is given. The IC, that is the line C is open. Therefore, the current IC what we are getting here is 0. It is IA and IC is 0. Then you have to find out IB. Once again, the sum of the line currents in the delta connection is equal to 0. As such, there is no return path. Therefore, what I am doing here is very simple. To get the value of the IB, this is IA, the value of IA, this is IC, so many amperes. Then you have to find out the value of IB. You have to find out the value of IB. That is, we know once again, it is IA plus IB plus IC is equal to 0. Therefore, from this, if the IC is already 0, therefore IA is equal to minus IB. Minus IB. Therefore, how we are writing this, that is, your IB will be 10 an angle of 180 degree, so many amperes, because it is exactly opposite to I. I is 10 an angle of 0 degree, therefore IB is minus of I is equal to minus IB, therefore, or IB is equal to minus IA, or you can write in other way, IB is equal to minus IA. IA is 10 an angle of 0, therefore IB is equal to 10 an angle of 180. Then we know the value of IA. IA is 10 an angle of 0 degree. IB is equal to 10 an angle of 180 degree. And IC is equal to 0. Just you have to substitute in these three equations to get the value of the IA0, IA1 and IA2. Just I worked out here for the value of IA1, IA2 and IA0. Similarly for IB1, IC1, IB2, IC2 and IB0, IC0. Here the value of IA0, what I am getting here is IA0, you have to get, it is a delta connection. once again Ia naught is, you are getting, if you are substituting the value of in this equation, that is in this equation Ia plus Ib plus Ic, you are getting 0 because this is 0. Ib is equal to minus Ia, therefore Ia minus of Ia, that is what we are getting is 0. Therefore Ia naught we are getting 0. We are getting Ia naught is the 0. Then the value of Ia1, to get the value of Ia1, just have to substitute all the value of Ia, Ib, Ic in this equation, so that the Ia1 what I am getting here is 5.78 an angle of minus 30. Just I will rub it off this values here. That is already the IC were calculated here. That is, I will write this as 10 an angle of 180 amperes, and IC is here. This also I will remove the every data I have got now. Therefore, next what I am calculating here is Ia2, the value of Ia2. To get the value of Ia2, once again I am substituting value of Ia, Ib, Ic and A square A value in this equation. Therefore, I am getting the value of Ia2 as 5.78 an angle of 30. Okay, this is how you have to get the value of the positive and negative sequence. The currents, however, the zero sequence current is 0. Then once again you have to make use of the relation between the IB naught and IC naught. That is, Ia naught is equal to IB naught is equal to IC naught. Therefore, the straight away I'll write IB naught is equal to 0 and your IC naught is also 0. Then the next value what you have to calculate is IB1. IB1 is A square times Ia1. Then what we are getting here is 5.78 an angle of minus 150 is also same, or if we are adding 240 to the value, that is what I am getting here is, it is IB1 is minus 150, and the value of the IB2 is A times Ia2. IB2 is A times Ia2. Therefore, IB2 value what I am getting is 5.78 an angle of 150. Now we have to calculate the value of the IC1. IC1 is nothing but A times Ia1, that is 5.78 an angle of 90 degree. You have to put A times Ia1. A is 1 an angle of 20 multiplied 5.78 an angle of minus 30. This value if you are multiplying, then what I am getting is 5.78 an angle of 90 degree. And the IC2 value as it is 5.78. It is A square times Ia2, that is 5.78 an angle of minus 90 degree. This is how you have to find out the value of all the sequence components of phase A, B and the C. A, B and C. Then if you are observing here, the magnitude of all the positive sequence have got a same value and phase displacement is 120. If you look into the similarly, the negative component, their magnitude are equal and phase displacement between each other is once again 120 degree. This is how we have to calculate the values of the zero, positive and negative sequence the values of the unbalanced phasor. Okay, then we'll move to the example here. The example what once again he is given here, the value of the sequence component, that is AN1, that is a positive sequence voltage, negative sequence voltage and zero sequence voltage. He asks you to determine analytically, that is mathematically, you have to find out what is the voltage of phase A, phase B, phase C. Also you have to try using graphically whether the calculated value of AN, VBN, VCN, if you are doing graphically, that also you have to get the same value that what we are getting from the analytically. That also you have to check. Just how to go about this, just I will explain here. The first thing is analytically you have to calculate the value of VAN, VBN and VCN. Already I have written a formula here for evaluating VAN, that is VAN naught, VAN1, VAN2 for VAN. To get the phase voltage B, that is VAN naught, it is A square times VAN AN1 and A times VAN2. And VCN is VAN naught plus A times VAN1 plus A square times VAN2. Okay, just you have to merely substitute given values and evaluate the value of the VA, VB and VC. Just I will show the one calculation for B here. I am taking B. It is VAN1, VAN, VAN2. It is straight away. Just I am showing how to substitute these values. That is VAN naught value is tan an angle of 180 degree plus 180 degree plus, that is A square. Therefore I am using 1 angle of 240 here, multiplication, and VAN1 20 an angle of 90, 20 an angle of 90, close the bracket, then plus A 1 an angle of 120, multiplication, that is AN2, sorry here it is 50, it is A square times VAN1. VAN1 is 50 an angle of 0 degree. It is 50 an angle of 0 degree. That is 1 an angle of 240 plus into 50 an angle of 0 degree, because VAN1 is 50 an angle of 0 degree. Whereas the VAN2 value is 20 an angle of 90 degree, that we have to substitute here. 20 an angle of 90 degree. Just you have to make use of your calculator and you have to find out the value of, what is the value of VB. That is the value of the VB, what we are getting here as, the VB is 74.689 an angle of minus 134 so many volts. This is the value of VB you are getting. Similarly, you have to substitute the values in the VA0, VAN1, VAN2 in the VAN and VCN. You have to get the answers. Just I will summarize this answer. Just I will write the answers here for all the vectors by substituting and using the calculator. I calculated the values here. Then VA, what I am getting here is the value of VA 44.721 an angle of 26.56 degrees so many volts. VAN2, sorry, VB just now are calculated 74.689 an angle of minus 134.46 degrees so many volts, and VC what I am getting is 37.70 an angle of 117.96 degree. So many volts. Okay, this is how you have to calculate value of VA, VB and VC. Then how to check graphically these values? Just I am demonstrating here for the phase A, how to get VA of 44.721 from this symmetrical components. Therefore, if you are look into here carefully, that is VAN1 is given as 50 an angle of 0 degree. Therefore, this VAN1 you have to take as a reference. You have to take as a reference and take the appropriate scale for this 50 an angle of 0 degree holds. That is, it is taken as a reference here. It is taken as a reference and take appropriate scale for 50. I can take, that is a 10 holds is equal to 1 centimeter. Therefore, you have to draw here VAN1 as it is a 50, and you are taking a scale of 10 centimeter is equal to 1 amperes. You are drawn a the vector of 5 amperes, 50 volts all along the reference. This is your the reference. Therefore, 50 it is an angle of 0 degree. Then I have got a next to VAN1. What I have to get is, that is I have to get VA, so that VAN1 plus VAN2 plus VAN0. If you are adding this vectorially, so that I am getting a VA. First I lay down here VAN1. Then to the tip of VAN1, then what I have to add? VAN2. Therefore, from here I have to add VAN2. That is, what is the value of VAN2? That is, the value of VAN2 is 20 an angle of 90 degree. That is, with respect to reference, it is making an angle for 90 degree. 90 degree is given means you have to take in the anti-clockwise. That is a plus sign here it is. Okay, with respect to reference, 20, once again it is converting into appropriate scale. That is, you are assume that 10 volts is equal to 1 centimeter. Therefore, 2 centimeter vector you have to draw here, and it is making an angle of 90 degree with respect to reference here. It is 2 units or 20 volts. Therefore, what I am doing here is I am drawing a vector here as a 20 an angle of 90 degree. So many volts means it is making an angle of 90 degree here. 90 degree. Then to the tip of VAN2, I have to add VAN0. What is the value of VAN0? That is, VAN0 value is 10 an angle of 180 degree. That is the scale of that is the magnitude of the VAN0 is the 10. That is, you are converted to appropriate scale. That is, we are getting 1 centimeter. And it is making 180 degree with respect to reference. That is, you have to add to the tip of VA2, that is VAN0 you have to add here. Then the phase displacement with respect to this is 180 degree, because it is 180 degree here. Therefore, what I am doing here is I am adding here, that is the value of VAN0 here. That is, I am adding here. That is here. I am adding here. Therefore, what I am drawn here is, it is 10 an angle of 180. Ultimately, the thing is that what you did here is, here you are added VAN1 to VAN2 and added finally to VAN0, so that sum of this plus this, that is this factor, that is the vector thus that gives your VAN. If you are measuring this and converting to the scale, then you have to get 44.72. 44 point, that is whatever you are measuring here, then you have to multiply with the scale what you are taken, then you have to get the magnitude of 44.72. And with respect to reference, this angle should be 26.56, that is this value 26.56. that is the ultimately you have to get this value as measure you are getting it is 26.56, and to measure this vector, that is we are getting VAN, that is equal to 44.721. This is how we have to cross verify graphically. This is how we have to cross verify graphically. And the last example in this session is here is given once again the value of IA and IB, but the value of IC is not given, but the value of the neutral current is given. The neutral current is given. That is, we know the total current which is flowing, the neutral current, that is the current through a neutral wire, is found to be 12 an angle of -30. We know the expression for the neutral current, that is if you are taking star grounded, if it is taken star grounded and if it is your IN, then your these are the currents. These are the currents. Okay. Then we know that the total current that is through this is the sum of all the three currents. That is what you have to do is you have to do the value of IN is nothing but the value of IN is nothing but it is IA plus IB plus IC. It's a total current. IN is equal to IA plus IB plus the IC. Just you have to make use of the given quantity. IN is given here, IA and IB is given. Find out first IC. IC is equal to IN minus IA minus IB. We are getting IC. Then we know the value of IA, we know the value of IA, we know the value of IB, and we are calculating what is the value of IC. Once we get the IC value, we know all the three value IA, IB, IC, then you find out the symmetrical component IA0, IA1 and IA2. You have to find out IA0 and IA2 using the appropriate formula, that is 1 by 3 IA plus IB plus IC. Once if you are getting 1 by 3 plus IA plus IB plus IC, that is the 3 times IA0, the cross verification of the result, your result will be whatever the IA0 you are given, that is 3 times IA0 must be is equal to the IN value. If it is the verified, then your answers are the correct. Just you have to try this numerical yourself and establish the relation between 3 IA0 and IN.